Well, Jamie Foxx revealed in his Netflix special, he wanted to share, but he just didn't know how until this moment, that he did suffer from a brain bleed in April 2023 that led to a stroke.
Yeah.
While filming his movie Back in Action in Atlanta. And, that is good because a lot of people were claiming a whole bunch of things, even the blinds, if you remember, going into him.
The blinds were basically saying that there was going to be talk about Diddy and, yeah.
Yes, and drugs way back in the day, well, way back in 2023, saying that it had something to do with him and drugs, which that turned out not to be the case. And also the story, like you mentioned, that Diddy beat him up because he was going to talk about certain things. And apparently in the special, he says, I wasn't at the after party. I left at 9, so that is what.
But there are a lot of people claiming they left at 9.
Yeah, I'm sure. So it gives us some
answers. They didn't
answers.
keep copious albums of, like those little, those little notebooks that you sign when you go to a party.
Guest
book. Guest book. Thank you.
Yeah.
They probably didn't have a lot of those.
Or like a clicker at Disney World that you've left the park.
Clicker.
Yeah. All right. That's my story.
Just want to do some blind items?
Yes.
Let's do it. All right.
Thank you.
Let's do it indeed. Let us get it started with this one here. Not sure why people are acting like this is a big deal. They will probably be on and off again at least 1 or 2 more times before the baby comes. That's just their thing. But if they are officially done, I would ask for a paternity test. If I was the 3 named rapper, that bodyguard seems to always be around.
Okay. Well,
pretty straightforward on this one, I think.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox.
Yes, according to the blind items. People are acting like this is a big deal. I don't really know why. They are probably going to be on again and off again at least 1 more time before the baby comes. That's kind of their thing. But if they were to be done for good, I think Machine Gun Kelly should be asking for a paternity test because that bodyguard seems to always be around.
I mean, he is a bodyguard.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah, bodyguards tend to be near your body.
Yeah.
But this has been something that certain blind item outlets have been pushing for a very long time, that she had something going on with the bodyguard.
Okay.
Well, it's interesting. Okay, let's just play the tape all the way through. Let's say that particular blind item has merit and that she had a secret relationship with the bodyguard and she's got to get MGK out of the way. So what does she do? Crafts a narrative about her finding inappropriate things on his phone and then kicking him to the curb.
Yeah,
we probably should start there. If you are just checking this out and haven't seen, they were in Vail enjoying a little getaway over the Thanksgiving weekend. And according to TMZ and sources that say that she found something problematic on his phone, was very upset, canceled or cut the trip short. And now it's being reported that Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, just a few weeks after announcing they're expecting a baby, are separating.
Yeah. We're not sure what was on his phone. That's always,
Yeah. Again, I would just say one of 2 things. First of all, or one of many things. One, either this story is completely made up out of nothing. I tend to believe TMZ when they share a story, not that the story is true, but that somebody shared that story with them. And it's probably somebody connected to one of those 2 because they wouldn't probably publish that story if it was the case. It's not like an Us Weekly story where they're like, random sources say blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I don't believe that. So then you got to ask yourself, well, who would want to put out a story like that, or who would have access to a story like that? You'd think it would be someone, if not Megan Fox or Machine Gun Kelly, somebody very, very close to them. And then again,
the bodyguard that lusts after her.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can say somebody totally made that up.
Yeah.
But I will say we have had these kinds of stories in the past on TMZ, and then they'll come out and say, oh, that's not true, or oh, that's, a lie. Like the whole thing about him cheating on her in the past. But yet, who's telling the stories in the first place? So it makes me think things are messy behind the scenes with these 2.
Absolutely.
Wait, between those 2? I don't believe it.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah, I don't
Messy?
believe that they're going to, be apart forever. I think it's just a small bump in the road.
There you go. Well, let's see. Again, time will tell. I'm sure we'll hear more about those two down the road. Let's continue with another blind item here. You know how touring musicians use the word exhaustion as code for rehab?
Oh, yeah.
Well, apparently for reality stars like this A- lister from the SoCal show, parasite is the new code word for bad surgery.
Oh,
Brandy
yeah.
Glanville and her
Brandy.
jumping face parasite.
Yeah, according to the blind item, you know how touring musicians use the code word exhaustion for rehab. Apparently for reality stars like Brandy Glanville, parasite is the new code word for had really bad surgery done.
Yeah, not sure about this one. She also says that it could be stress. And we've all been really stressed out in our lives.
Well, and this isn't the first time she's had some sort of exhaustion illness and
Yeah.
tried to pass it off on the show. So, I mean, wasn't that the reason for her like bad behavior on the show or something? Wasn't there some like nasty behavior she engaged in?
Well, Dorinda, who she notoriously has gotten into fights with, but then also when they're really drunk, she hits on her. Dorinda claims that she touched her inappropriately, and then she was let go from Bravo. And she says that they put her in a situation where they're drinking all the time, and that Dorinda isn't telling the whole story about who.
So once again,
Did
Brandy
what?
not taking responsibility.
Yeah, just because you're drunk doesn't mean you're going to sexually assault someone. I mean, that just.
And if you do, you still did that.
Yeah.
So you still are accountable for that.
Right.
Can I also just take a brief moment to acknowledge that, Mike, have you been on a trip recently?
No, why?
Are you sure?
He went.
Did you go to a ranch?
Oh, no, that's just a shirt.
I love the Yellowstone.
Thank you.
I just
Dutton
noticed that. It was like, did you go to Yellowstone?
We just had the penultimate episode. The whole series comes to an end on
You're
Sunday.
representing.
This
I
is a
love it.
big week.
I heard you've changed your feelings about Kevin Costner.
Yeah, if anybody's been watching Yellowstone the last few weeks here, leading up to the finale, the ultimate series finale, it sounds like. I mean,
Yeah.
There's rumbles and rumors. I mean, we know the Madison is on the way, which is going to be kind of an extension of it, but the actual Yellowstone probably coming to a close. Taylor Sheridan has made these last few episodes really about Taylor Sheridan, which is hilarious. He, if you didn't see the big story, there was some controversy because Bella Hadid made a guest star appearance as the 25-year-old younger girlfriend of Taylor Sheridan's character.
Okay.
And they were playing strip poker.
They were playing strip poker
And
with.
had
he
his
was
shirt
like, what
off.
can I do? Oh, that
To
just seems
piss
real
Kevin
skeezy.
Costner off even more.
So he
No,
made-
to like get my grubby,
Yeah.
pervy hands on
Bella Hadid.
some scantily clad ladies.
Now there is more to it. Apparently, Bella's actually dating a professional cowboy / rodeo guy, and he was in the
so
show
she's
as
got
well.
experience.
He was in the show as well, so
Oh,
he had
okay.
both of them on. She just played the role of his girlfriend.
Who took
But
all her clothes off?
the idea that in the show, this
Yeah.
this isn't spoiling anything, but slightly in the show they go
It's okay.
ahead.
I
and-
spoiled
I
it
will
for
forget it.
everyone,
Yeah.
if you'll remember
They go
correctly.
ahead and sell a horse for like $3 million, and to celebrate, they have this like half naked pool party at the end. And again, it's just another excuse for him to take his shirt off because at 53 or 53, 4, 5 years old, that guy looks damn good.
He is ripped.
But to answer your question, the way these last couple episodes have gone, I kind of looked at my wife yesterday during the episode and I said, I'm with Kevin Costner. This guy is kind of the
dude.
worst. Makes some good rated shows, but dang, he's kind of the worst.
Oh, man.
So
Yeah.
Just
enjoy
makes
that
you want to
episode.
watch it even less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look up the pictures of him because Taylor's put in
Right.
some work when he's not
Right.
creating new shows.
Right.
Good
We were
for him.
talking
Dang.
about off the air that what he's written half of what's on Paramount Plus.
Basically, what's on Paramount Plus is
How
all.
does he have time
He's
to
like the
put it
Ryan
out?
Murphy of Paramount Plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. So there you go. Again, it all comes to an end. Maybe, most likely, on Sunday. Enjoy. Let's do another blind item. Let's roll on to this one. A week after they almost lost a key leadership member due to one organization's. Hold on a second. This was poorly written. Let me find it.
Surprise.
A week after they almost lost a key leadership member from one organization due to the hiring of an A-list singer and gutting charitable profits, the A-list couple lost yet another key member, this time due to internal disagreements. So a week after they almost lost a key leadership member of one organization due to the hiring of an A-list singer and gutting charitable gains, the A-list couple has lost yet another key member due to internal disagreements.
It's a lot of moving parts.
It is.
Is Scientology involved?
It is actually not.
I didn't think so, but when you hear organization.
It's not like Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, now I'm really confused.
Okay, so no, this makes sense.
1 week after they almost lost a key leadership member from one organization due to the hiring of an A-list singer. So that part you can still try to figure out. And they had some disagreement issues because apparently hiring that A-list singer has gutted some charitable gains. Potentially.
Okay.
Oh, so like to
I
hire
see,
the
for an
singer
event or something.
it sucked their budget dry. Is it like Beyonce?
It is not.
It's not Taylor.
It's not.
Ariana. Justin Bieber.
Okay, so
Think of the organization or what that would be potentially for.
is it a nonprofit?
It's a non-profit.
Is it theirs and is it for bullying online?
No, it's specifically his.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Invictus and not Harry
Somebody's going to be
Styles.
performing there. An
Okay.
A-list
It's
singer.
a guy.
Not a guy.
It's a gal.
They did have Jelly Roll. That was part of the controversy. But that,
Remember because he and Jelly Roll were doing a viral dance or something?
A neck tattoo.
but
Or a
there's,
tattoo.
there's somebody
Same
else who apparently has been hired, and that individual is demanding a lot of money. And
More popular in the UK than here?
no.
Okay. Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh,
My. That doesn't sound
Over
good.
there, huh? Uh-oh.
This person
is
has
this
been in the blinds a good amount this year.
Okay.
a female in the blinds this year.
Mm-hmm.
A fair amount. Controversially?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not necessarily around a big controversy, but more around their return.
Oh, Cardi B?
No.
Okay.
Maybe we took this individual's song more seriously than they intended.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
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 I saw
What
this.
is it?
They want her to play at the Invictus Games, right?
She's going to.
And she has been tied to the royal family before because her husband is a Brit, or at least I think he's a Brit,
Oh.
and also an elf.
An elf?
Yeah, her husband is an elf. Kind of a hot elf
Will
with a big
Ferrell?
wang.
Whoa.
I was going to say, he's got another characteristic about him.
Oh. Oh.
Now I just want you to get there.
I mean, you list the guys that are known for a tripod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen, well, you haven't really seen it, but
And
probably
he
a blurred
actually
image of it.
almost saw it in tripod
Michael
action
Fassbender?
because I think when we saw it, he was on his knees, right? On that
Yeah.
paddleboard.
Oh, Katy Perry.
There you go. Anytime we can bring up that.
Oh, gosh.
And that moment just changed the course of time.
Or is
I
it
feel
just
like.
the big blur that they put over? Maybe they extended the blur.
Oh, you just need to see
Why
the
can't you
unedited
just
picture.
accept that
Have you
some
seen it?
people have
I think
giant.
the unedited picture is out there, isn't it not? We've seen it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen
What
it.
did you just say? Yeah, I have to accept that some people just have giant wieners.
Yeah. Basically, she's like, I don't know. I'm
Well,
like, come on, just let us have our.
our Orlando Bloom moment.
Yeah. Let the Orlando bloom.
Let's go ahead and do the blind item and then dump on why the blind item is dumb.
Don't say
Okay.
dumb.
A week after they almost lost a key leadership member of the Invictus Games due to hiring Katy Perry and gutting charitable gains. I don't know much about that side of things. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But Harry and Meghan lost another key member due to internal disagreements. We just found out that a key staffer, in fact, the CEO of Sentable, has resigned, Richard Miller.
What the hell is Sentable?
That is the one that works with, I think his mom, it was named after it was a lot of the work his mom did with like AIDS in
no.
I believe some of the country. I don't know exactly what the whole situation is with it. But here's the thing. Richard Miller has come out and said that this is the next logical step in my career, and I've had an unbelievably great experience.
Okay.
Harry and Meghan have wished him well as he is moving on to this next role in life. This is, again, just the blind items trying to make these two villains.
Yeah. But to play devil's advocate, that's what
I know.
That's what you would say if there was actually drama behind the scenes, because you wouldn't want to indicate that there was any drama.
They're too classy for that.
Sentable is a registered charity foundation started in 2006 by Prince Harry, and it helps with children and adolescents struggling to come to terms with HIV and AIDS diagnosis.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
I do, but Katy, the reason this rings true, well, first of all, because we know it's true that she's going to do this, right?
Yes, she is doing the opening for the Invictus Games. Yes, that's in Vancouver early next year.
She played at the Queen's. Well, actually, now that I say that, that kind of raises a question, because maybe we would have thought she was on the side of the royals, right? Because she played at the Queen's Jubilee.
Her jubbly.
Her Jubilee.
Yeah.
Which one was it? Diamond? No.
She was also one of the guests at the coronation for King Charles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
this
is actually,
interesting.
okay, somebody in the comments now needs to school us, because no doubt they know far more about this than we do, that where was Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom on the Royals versus Harry and Meghan?
I remember there being like this conversation before about her performing for the Royals and then doing something else with Harry and Meghan, and people brought it up at that time as well.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like, oh, wait a minute. What side is she on? Like, you have to choose,
Well, yeah.
They had a bunch of names tied to who was going to do it, and remember, it was Lionel Richie and Katy Perry were the two big names that performed the royal coronation.
Yeah, because they were like, nobody's going to perform for the king. And then it was like, well, Katy Perry and
how can I get a ticket?
Lionel Richie. But, you kind of feel like that was a twofer or a gimme or anyway, because they both worked on American Idol. So she probably called him and was like, hey, would you do this?
So it doesn't make me stand out. Because then it can just be, we're just both American Idol judges.
Yeah.
So the real blind item might be something about Prince Harry getting his hands on Katy Perry to perform,
trying to wrest her away from
getting his hands on Katy Perry
as a performing artist. Not
oh, I don't know. I thought that's
so
what
literal.
you mean.
Ooh, you've heard that phrase before.
Ooh, what?
Get your hands on someone.
Yeah, get your hands on someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it can mean
not actual hands on.
I know, but I thought that's what Mike meant. No touchy.
Orlando
Get away from me.
Orlando and Meghan are just sitting by. I don't know. Maybe there's a whole story here. A throuple
I would like there to be.
Throuple.
Okay, I don't want that story.
And what about just?
Or maybe I do. I don't know.
Orlando is involved as well.
That's what I mean. Maybe. Who knows?
Orlando's Bloom.
I'm sure it.
I mean, that would be impressive to anybody.
Yeah.
So.
Woo. All right.
Fan fiction. I bet there is some fan fiction. Let's Google that later.
It's time for the blind items to do what the blind items like to do, and that's take a little victory lap. Do you remember what we told you last week about this A-list group can officially announce a secret about 2025? They weren't allowed to do so until the former A-plus list frontman settled his sexual assault lawsuit.
It wasn't Aerosmith.
It wasn't Aerosmith.
The other one.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Richards.
No. The other one. The other old rock.
I mean, there's a few.
Group.
This was one that was.
I can't remember. I only remember the.
It's
wrong
not
answers.
Aerosmith. It's not Rolling Stone. It's
lead singer. Looks like Bret Michaels. At that time, he did. That's where we got when we were guessing. It's not Poison.
Poison. Not Def. Led Zeppelin.
They got it. Nope.
Nope.
They've got an appetite.
Oh,
Hungry.
Guns N' Roses.
Yes, there you go.
Well, we
Axl
told
Rose.
you, and you heard it here first, I think on Friday, maybe on Thursday of last week. Guns N' Roses has now made it official. The world tour dates have been announced. And again, this is on the heels of the fact that sexual assault case against Axl Rose has been settled. And fun fact as well, joining GNR for this world tour, Public Enemy. which of course means Flava Flav is hitting the road with GNR.
That's great.
Which might be why Flava Flav has been doing everything he can to get everywhere in the headlines for the past 3 months.
That lobster thing worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the most recent thing?
Well, he was shut out of.
He tried to get into tree lighting.
Rockefeller Center.
Yeah. And like his friends, the.
How do you not recognize Flavor Flav?
Yeah, he wasn't on the guest list for being in the green room. I agree with you. You just let Flava Flav in.
You make an exception.
Because had his feelings hurt. He was like, NBC, I was at the Olympics for you. What else can I do to...
To be fair, he wasn't at the Olympics for NBC. He was just at the Olympics for himself, sponsoring the water polo team.
Oh, I thought that they hired him, just like they hired
they did not.
Other people to be goodwill ambassadors at the Olympics.
So something told me that Flava Flav was doing a really good job of making the story about Flava Flav, which is maybe why they decided not to feature him on the... Now, since then, the morning show, again, this is what they would have done, but this is what people on over at NBC are like, oh, sorry, we had no idea you were there. We apologize. We would happily have you come join the show.
It worked to his benefit.
It actually did work to his benefit, but it wouldn't be surprised if he was, trying to get as much publicity as possible.
Yeah.
He's
good on him. I will say that dude has the ability to keep himself relevant.
There you go.
Like, as time goes by, remember that whole thing with Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian? Like, Kim got him like a Flavor Flav neck thing, got Pete a Flavor Flav neck thing, right?
A clock?
Sure. I don't know.
For his birthday or something when she was dating Pete Davidson.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Was it made of like gold and...
Yeah, he made one
diamonds.
special, I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, there they are. There's Pete rocking his Flava Flav clock.
Yeah. I think that was somehow...
Oh, Flava Flav was Pete Davidson's birthday gift from Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
Oh.
She actually bought Flavor
That's what it said.
For, I don't know, a couple hours.
Look.
All right. There you go. You guys got that one. Nicely done. Actually, you didn't get that one. We were just talking about what happened last week. Following up on that story.
Yeah.
Let's do another one here. This former A-plus list actress is doing the media rounds for the first time in forever. Apparently, the longtime battle takes a back seat when the biggest award in the world is on the line.
Okay.
Former A-plus list actress.
This former A-plus list actress is doing the media rounds for the first time in forever. Apparently, the longtime battle takes a back seat when the biggest award in the world is on the line.
Battle with like a director or a fellow actrice? A movie award company?
Is it a Golden Globe? Okay, I was like,
although that is
on
the line, but no, they're referring to a bigger award.
An Academy Award?
Nobel Prize?
Nope, the Academy Award. The ding wasn't working. Dang bell wasn't working.
A Nobel Peace Prize.
So this A-plus list actress is doing the media rounds for the first time in forever. Apparently, the longtime battle takes a back seat when you're up for an Oscar.
Oh, it's not Denis. But she's in a movie this year?
Oh, The Substance.
Nope.
She's amazing.
So she's in a movie, but she's a former A-plus list. Like, so this was like a comeback?
Oh.
Again, she hasn't done the media rounds for a long time.
Okay.
And her name?
And she's in a long time battle.
Is Norma Desmond.
Angelina?
Oh, yes.
You got it.
Yes.
Angelina Jolie is doing
Marie Callas.
There you go. Doing the media rounds for the first time in forever. Apparently that long-time battle with Brad Pitt takes a back seat when there's an Oscar on the line.
Okay.
Because we haven't seen
Can
her.
you imagine them both at the Academy Awards?
Oh, my God.
Remember when they had to, it was at one of the film fests, they had to like arrange it. It was Cannes where they said, okay, Brad Pitt, you're going to be here from like the final 3 days. Angelina Jolie, you're going to be here for the first 3 days. They booked the whole showing so they would. What if they did that for the award show? Like we have to do best actor and actress or whatever he's not up for best actor, but whatever.
Like they have her give the best actor.
Yes. That's what they did on the
That's what they do.
the VMAs back in the day when Christina Aguilera had to give it to Eminem. That's the only
but there's a
reason.
difference between MTV and
Come on,
the Oscars.
We need
the
this.
Oscars are never going to allow that to happen.
The previous year, though, whoever won Best Actress last year will give
We'll just
the new
have to-
actor this year.
We'll
the
just have to
award.
wait and find out, you guys. But the good news is we'll be here to talk about it on myTalk Daily, of course, wherever you get your radio broadcasts, and then podcast form, also wherever you get those. And we've got our very own video experience of this all happening on the YouTubes. It's called
Blinded by the Item.
Bye.
Blinded by the item.